Hello and welcome back to my Divinity Original Sin Let's Play, where all the NPCs are trying to talk at the same time. So I've changed my clothes, equipped some new items that we found, and Roderick is pretty pimped out now. Also bought him the rain spell from the Enchantress shop over there. In the Enhanced Edition I started off with an item called Golden Grail, which lets me change items into gold. So if I take off the armor, how do I unequip? Actions, unequip. So if I take off Scarlet's armor, I can then use this with it to improve it. I'm not entirely sure how much it's improved. It doesn't seem to make too much difference to the stats. And then if I equip it, so he's now got it equipped. It's changed some of it to kind of a goldish yellow. Not all of it. I think it just makes it a little bit more valuable. And what do I want to do now? Now I just want to do a quick bit of crafting, because we've also got, with the Enhanced Edition, these bags. So Grumio's Forgotten Trick Bag, and there was another one, wasn't there? So there, Grumio's Last Trick Bag, which I think shows you how to craft wands and how to craft grenades, possibly, because they weren't in the original version. So we're just going to make these. So I've got Inert Impish Wand. Do I have to combine it with this? Combine? Okay, how do I use this? Oh, no, with that. Right, so with... what bag was I in? That gives us a silver dragon wand. Okay, what happens if I use that and the wand? Does that give me nothing? Okay. What about empty grenade and the die? So that gives me breaching fire grenade. Let's build another one of those. Cool, right. There we go. Actually, let's quickly send that to Scarlet. And I might want that. And where's the other bag? So this one's... oh, so we've got another wand. Let me just check I can't do the die. No, can't do the die with those. Right, so wand and sprocket create white dragon wand. And then grenade and cotton candy die. Ooh, scales of steel grenade. So let's do that again. There we go. Right, so let's send those to Scarlet. And we've got some more wands. What do I want? Equipment. So with the wands, so if I change that, so that's 8 and 13 at the moment. Alright, why can't I see them? Is it because they're in my bag? How do I move that? How do I move it out of my bag? How do I take it out of the hold? Move item. There we go. Take these out of the bag for now. So yes, I just want to show you a bit quick example of the crafting. Put that there. And what else was in that bag? The die. Right, and now we just check. So that's 1320, that one. This is currently 813. So another 1320 for the other dragon wand. So I've got two wands now. So this one does skillful to it. So that's water and air. So air and water damage I use. So now I've got some pimp wands to go with my pimp clothes. And we wanted to go to... oh, that's Jake's wife. We want to go to Captain Aureus to give us permission to enter the crime scene. So we want to head that way. Which, ooh, so it's now my mini map, so I want to head up this way. Let's come around here, maybe? So there's something inside here. I think this is Esmeralda's shop. Yeah, that's Esmeralda. So Esmeralda's in there. Oh, can't go around that way. Can I not go around this way? Just got the wrong way. Fine. We'll come back to Esmeralda. I think we should investigate the crime scene first. Let's head up this way. See the beautiful buildings. We've got some more crates. Might need to look at those crates later. But I'm sure we'll have plenty of time to explore the city. This looks like the Legion's camp. Oh,
Hello there.
Who are you? Can I have a quick chat with you? I just want to talk to you. I don't want to steal anything.
Source Hunter. A sight for sore eyes if ever there was one.
Okay. Ooh. You've actually got loads of stuff in your shop. Some robes, some boots, braces of telekinesis, braces of skeleton key. So that gives you an extra lock picking. Could be nice. Right, but yeah.
I know you're probably knee-deep in that awful murder investigation, but truth be told, the Legion could use your help as well. We've been conducting a series of expeditions into undead territory, and I'm afraid I must admit they've met with very little success.
Okay, what's going on?
I shall be very glad to share what information I can give you.
Yeah, maybe let's discuss the expeditions first.
If ever we want to be victorious in Sicil, we have to track down the root of the undead uprising. Under the Pact of Volunteers, 3 expeditions were launched to do just that. But so far, none of their participants have returned. 3 landmarks were chosen for further investigation. The lighthouse, the burial mounds, and the old church. Places fraught with danger all.
Let's find out more about the lighthouse.
There's a lighthouse to the west, up on the bluffs, overlooking the sea. No man has gone there in a decade, and yet a light shines from its pinnacle every night. The locals say it's haunted, and half a dozen legionnaires have gone to find out whether or not those are mere tall tales.
Okay, haunted lighthouse.
I fear for their safety. There are ancient burial grounds to be found north of the city. As good a place as any to start looking for necromancers, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, probably.
A local archaeologist offered to tag along with the men. Here's hoping his knowledge on the subject may prove to be of use to them.
Okay, and the church?
There's a church to the northeast of here, built atop the very place where once stood a temple dedicated to the source. The Sicilians razed it, and built a church for the 7 instead, supposedly to symbolize the victory of the gods over evil sorcery. All superstitious mumbo-jumbo, if you ask me. But when the dead rose, that is when they were first spotted. Hence the expedition.
So, church, lighthouse, and graves, got that. Yeah, do you have any work for free sailors, do you?
It's very sweet of you that you are trying to get these men a job. But I'm afraid they're not Legion material.
You haven't met them. Don't judge.
Sure, they can tie a knot and blow a whistle like the rest of them. But even with a sword in their hands, they wouldn't stand a chance against the undead. And I don't want any more blood on my hands.
Ooh, what's this? What's the pact that you made for your legionnaires? I don't remember.
So I did. The Pact of Volunteers. Many legionnaires will do whatever it takes to go home, which is why I personally sign their transfer orders the moment they make it back from a mission behind enemy lines.
Okay.
The chances of survival during these sorties are only about 1 in 10, you see. So my soldiers are free to volunteer, and if they are successful, they just bought themselves a boat ride home.
Okay, so anyone that goes out to do a dangerous mission gets to go home afterwards.
You don't think it's
That's good.
Greetings! These stalls are for our Legion troops.
To Scarlet.
Riverland's finest work up mighty fine appetite serving the 7.
Cookhouse. Let's hop inside. Oh.
Step aside! This maniac's gonna turn me into a meat pie!
Okay, so this is the kitchen for the Legion, and Jack, who looks like a chicken or cockerel, is being chased by the look of it.
Come on, chicken.
Okay, so I can interfere. Scarlet, because you can talk to animals, probably would side with the animal. Maybe.
A chicken?
So chicken has the right to live too. Otherwise, but Roderick's a bit more pragmatic, and he likes a good chicken burger now and again, or a chicken kebab, chicken leg, chicken wing, chicken anything really. Why are they not talking their full sentences now? That's a bit odd. Right, so Roderick doesn't want to pardon him. Yeah. No, let's go with reason. They're reasonable people. Ooh. But yeah, it will be tasty.
If the chef makes something especially tasty, maybe he'll give us a nibble for helping him out.
As you can see, Scarlett's leveled up her reason, so now she wins any. It goes up 3 points rather than the previous 2. Okay. Oh, come on. Oh, really? This is not going well for the chicken.
Greetings! These stalls are for our legion
now we're back on
troops.
track.
Rivellon's finest work up mighty fine appetite serving the 7.
Yeah, you got nothing on me, Roderick. Nothing. I will save the chicken. No! Damn it. Alright, the chicken dies.
Right, we'll do it your way. What? No! My neck's too graceful to be hacked in half.
Sorry, Jack. Oh, literally just killed it. I feel kind of bad. Oh, can I? Where's raw meat? Raw meat doesn't count as stealing. All right, so I've got a bit of Jack.
That was close. Thanks for catching Fidgety Jack here. I guess he got nervous when I mentioned drumsticks. Let's have that bird then, shall we? Our troops are mighty hungry.
Have you got anything? You just got a bit of food on you. And a scroll, so that's fine. Although he didn't give us anything for stopping him. I feel like I probably should have let the chicken go. Or rooster go. Oh, quartermaster. So this looks like a weapons shop. Load of stuff in here.
Well, Source Hunter, you come to the right place, you have. I got every style of equipment to fit you from head to foot, if it's a trade you're after.
Okay, so you've got rotten eggs. Don't think we need those. Ooh, invisibility potion. Identifying glasses. We've got some robes, which 14. Ooh, so got some armor. That's 36. Cloth shoes of life. Ooh, water resistance and ring of telekinesis. She's got some interesting stuff. A lot of crafting stuff as well, by the look of it. Ring kits and stuff. Okay, I don't think we need any of that. I sold most of my stuff. I'll just sell that cloth cap. Water and pestle. Did I not give that to... I thought I gave that to Roderick. Oh well. Take my leave. So that's a quartermaster, so that's always good to know. And there's loads of stuff here if you were so inclined to steal. There is a lot of stuff you could take. Not really worth much, but lots of stuff. Also a fair few stuff in there, by the look of it. Anyway, moving on. We need to go meet the guy in charge. This.
You don't think it's infected? To leave the city is to venture into danger.
No, that's
Be
another
careful,
gate.
Source
Do any
Hunter.
real damage?
Any real damage? Are you joking? I've been mauled. I'll be disfigured for life.
Ah, come on with the dramatics. It's not as bad as all that.
What's going on?
Face furious. She bit me. Hey, who's that then? Come on, stand where my good eye can see you.
Hello?
Easy, Tull. That's the Source Hunter you're talking to.
Yeah, why is there a woman in the cage?
She may have the look of a woman if you squint hard enough, but she's no more than a wild animal.
Okay.
We got reports of a strange-looking outsider skulking through the town with her bow drawn. I found her crouched behind a tree, taking aim at a fat old rat trotting along the city walls.
What, is that a crime?
I tapped her on the shoulder to see what was what, and the beast startled like a wild cat and lunged right at me.
Okay.
Bit Tullia right in the face, she did. It wasn't pretty, and now it's got a chunk ripped off it to boot.
Enjoy it while you can, Ver. There's not another legionnaire in the cohort that'll have you if I go rabid.
Right. They are a happy bunch. Yeah, what will happen to the stranger?
Well, that's to be decided. She doesn't seem to be sick, despite Tully's moaning. We can't keep her here forever, but we can't well send her into the wilds again, can we?
Okay, Right, so you got a choice here to leave her there, or take her with us. And I think we'll try and take her with us because we need another party member, really.
Perhaps it'd be worth taking this stranger under our wing. She'll likely come in handy if we can trust her to watch our backs.
Although I think Roderick might want to argue that she's a bit wild.
That's a mighty big if. We can't have one of our team wandering off into the wilds when we need her to be watching our backs.
Can't say I'm surprised. You wouldn't want an untamed thing like that sleeping next to you at night. Now it's for us to decide what to do with her, of course.
If I've got my say, we'll take her into the...
Okay, so one of them wants to put her down. That's not good.
Ice blue eyes, narrow beneath a heavy brow, streaked with sweat and dust. Her hands tense into claws, held at the ready.
Yeah, let's talk to her.
Her brow knits together, but something in her pose relaxes. She clears her throat. I am Bear Daughter. I have not come here to find trouble with the Screech woman. She only startled me. And you are a source hunter. I have heard many tales of your order. Your history is long and honorable. This woman here, the one who now plots her revenge, she crept behind me while I was hunting, and I only defended myself. I would not hurt an innocent Screech woman on purpose. But soon their swords were upon me, and they forced me into this cage meant for dogs. Mother would rip the fur from her chest if she could see how they keep me.
Okay, she seems innocent-ish. Just seems like she hasn't been in civilization for a while.
Say, Source Hunter, do you reckon the vendor's got any rather large, burlap sacks lying about? And where's the nearest river anyhow?
Okay, I really don't like this Tullio lady.
Well, that's...
See, I want to take her with
Perhaps
us.
it'd be worth taking this stranger
I
under
think
our wing.
Roderick agreed now, 'cause we want to bring her.
A fearless hunter might prove quite useful for our...
Well, that's a relief, ain't it? We found a good home for her after all.
Heed me, Source Hunter. She's not good for anything more than cannon fodder. And don't turn your back on her when she's got that bow with an...
So it was either take her with us or subject her to a weird revenge, painful death at the hands of Tullia. So yeah, so bring her along and try and speak to her.
Source Hunter, I have heard tales both grand and terrible about the world of humans. I myself was caged one moment and freed the next by our kind in Home Forest. Every creature acts according to the nature of its kind. Birds frighten easily, badgers fear little. But amongst men, there are no
So
guarantees.
she grew up in the wild, but then how did she learn to speak English, if that makes sense? Or whatever language they use in this place. Yep, suppose. Yeah, so he's very pragmatic and doesn't have much of a view on humanity, so he'll be so that savages of human is no better than that of the basest beast.
It is strange to stand with one foot in the forest and the other in the city, Source Hunter. I am glad that now I have you standing beside me, even if one burns hot while the other wheezes cold. Perhaps in time I will come to know my own kind as you have, and perhaps then I will decide for myself whether ours is a noble kind.
Okay. And what do you have on you? Do you have... You got a couple of arrows. You don't have a bow equipped. That's okay, because I made sure to keep a bow. Didn't I? Yep. Good. So I can send that to Bear Daughter. And I can also send her a couple of arrows that you can use. Oh, we've got a few more arrows. Send to Bear Daughter, send to Bear Daughter. Sweet. She's a bit roguish, and maybe she should have the lockpicks. Bear Daughter, that's all the arrows, isn't it? I thought I sent that to Roderick. Maybe I didn't. Send that to Roderick as well. Right, so there we go. And oh no, now I've got to equip the bow, don't I? So there you go, just a bow. Do I actually need to go into people's inventories? Because that... what about anything else? because that seems... So I think that must be able to show everyone's inventories. That's quite useful. But she's got a bow now, and she can use a couple of things. You can use... you can add items to this kind of hotkey section, which should be useful. So we get some stunning arrows, some fire arrows, poison arrows, water arrows, and what else we got? It's over there. Knockdown arrows, there we go. So in battle they're a bit easier to find. And yeah, we've got our first follower. So Bear-Daughter, who's an archer. Which we know because she was shooting a rat with the thing. And also because I've met her before. But if you didn't know, you could check out her... Well, the attributes show that she's a rogue, but her abilities is Expert Marksman 2. I have no idea what Tenebarium is. More powerful Tenebarium weapons.
Sorry, sir.
Okay, and yes, she's got 1 point bow. So you just check that on your followers to see kind of where their points are. And she's got a few things. She's got the stench that makes people less like her. But they shouldn't attack her in combat, which is nice. And then in here we have Legion headquarters. And the main guy should be here. There we go. Aureus? Aureus, is that your name?
What have we here, then? A so-called source hunter, eh? Well, look, do what you must in Scythiel, but don't make waves and don't interfere with the Legion's affairs. You hear?
Okay, just want to know about Jake's murder.
Gods above! Some politician snuffs it and everyone's in an uproar. Ridiculous! I told that wizard brat of an Ahu not to bother. But he just had to send for source hunters, didn't he? Bloody magicians. They see a pigeon poop and think sorcery's afoot.
Well, what do you think?
Nevertheless, I want to be kept in the loop. Understand?
Right.
I am in command of this town. Not Mayor Cecil, not Ahu, and definitely not some hotshot source hunter. So investigate Jake's death if you feel so inclined, but report back to me the moment you discover something out of the ordinary.
Okay, sure.
The scene of the crime is over at the King Crab Inn. You can tell the guard you have my permission to enter.
Okay.
Now off with you!
Before I go, do you want to tell me anything about Esmeralda? People seem to think she did it.
Esmeralda is Jake's wife. Well, widow. Everyone in town, down to the crabs on the beach, is convinced she killed him. Now, the girl has the reputation of being a flirt. There is that. But that doesn't suffice as evidence, wouldn't you say? Or do source hunters rely on hearsay alone, perhaps?
God, this guy's
that
annoying.
Certainly would explain some of the cock-ups you lot have made in the past.
Right. Yeah, I really don't like you guys.
What? You're going to stand there and claim with a straight face your order never wrongly tortured and executed anyone?
I didn't say a word.
But I won't stand for such nonsense.
Yeah.
If you bring evidence before me, I'll evaluate it with perfect objectivity.
Right.
The Legion relies on reason.
Yeah, let's talk about something else. How are you enjoying Scythiel? Talking about the Legion, opinion orcs on the beach. Oh yeah, what's going on the beach? I heard a pirate's cove was there.
I'd say they're looking for weak spots in our defenses. They can't make an attack over land for fear of Ahu's magical machines, so they're trying their luck by sea. They won't succeed, though. Not against the Legion.
See what he's got to trade. Right, so he's got man-at-arms skill books, which a Scarlet can use. Melee defense stance. That's a novice, but that damage minus 15 armor rating. It's less damage, but I can take more damage. I've got more defense. Crushing fist we have. Barbed wire. Reflect damage, melee damage. That's quite good. Crippling blow. That looks nice, but I do need an adept. I need some more money. I have a feeling I'm going to need some more money. Taunt. That's what I need. Enemies within a radius around you target you instead of everyone else. That's what we need for attack. That's a must. That costs 700. I don't have that much. Whirlwind skill that just attacks everyone around me. Cure wounds, helping hand, battering ram. Okay, so we need a lot more money. Is what I'm getting from this. Spears, blackjack, crushing. So some plates, some breakables here. That does cost 800. Ooh, new shield. That's nice, but expensive. Right, so essentially we need more money. A lot more money. I don't want to ask anything else because he probably doesn't believe the sect exists. It's obviously going to be pro-Legion, and that just... How are you enjoying Cecile when it's surrounded by undead, attacked by orcs, and there's a weird murder in the midst? This just seems a bit stupid. So let's just pop out, maybe. He's a bit annoying. And Ahu, I believe, said he was upstairs. This is stealing evidence chest. You know, I think evidence might be... No, I want to go... Evidence chest. Okay. Nothing in the evidence chest. That's great. I was sneaking then, so I didn't get caught if I stole anything. Right, who's up here? Any empty potions, some plates, loads of stuff to steal. Which, with the amount of money I could do with, it's getting more tempting. Ahu.
I hope your quest fares well, dear hunter.
Yeah, I have a few questions about Cecile, maybe.
And what might those be?
Maybe we should talk about the magical ballisto.
Oh, a mere trifle for one with the intellect of a feline and the engineering skills of a human. You basically construct a classic ballista, add a 100% legally obtained self-regenerating source of destructive magic to it.
So it's got like infinite ammo.
Your uncle?
Okay, maybe just sort hunter business.
By all means.
Jake's murder?
Of course.
Anything new?
I hope your investigation fares well.
What happened on the night of the murder?
I can but piece together what few morsels fell from the grapevine into a rather disappointing meal, I'm afraid. They say a woman arrived in the King Crab Inn sometime after midnight. She retired to a room on the ground floor where she was soon joined by a man who had been nursing the same cup of wine for hours.
Okay.
I say man and woman because both of them were cloaked and recognized by none. About an hour later, another figure arrived, headed for the same room. Soon after, a terrible commotion erupted and the thundering light of magic was witnessed by the few remaining patrons. It took a while for the landlord to pluck up the courage to enter the mystery room. When finally he did, he found Jake there, dead. How and why he came to be there, no one knows. But I had a good look around the scene of the crime before the Legion barred anyone from entering. The traces of magic I felt were vile. Source, no doubt.
Okay, so 3 people enter a room and there's one corpse that's only found in it. What happened to the other 2?
I myself have none. Even though the rest of the town has already mentally tried and convicted Jake's wife, Esmeralda.
You don't sound like it's her.
Now, it may well be established that she is, in fact, the guilty party. I'm not claiming that I'm certain she's innocent, but let's just say that if I really thought this murder case would be so very easily resolved, I wouldn't have sent for source hunters.
He's probably right. On a separate note, do you know anything more about the men with orcs?
I can't say much more, but that they're madmen. All the more dangerous to us because of their alliance with what should be a natural enemy.
Let's check out his
You won't see
shop
me teaming
while
up
we're
with
here.
a terrier in a hurry.
So he's got the Geomancer skill book, which we could do with. Poison dart's really good, actually. Spider Stone we've already got, and then the fire tree, the pyrokinetic tree, firefly, self-immolation, smoke screen, avatar of fire, wildfire, what's that? Novice, hasten status, okay. Flare, fireball. So that's like the flare but better, and does, you know, more damage. 24 to 29 instead of 17 to 21. He's also got a load of staff. Ooh. Telekinesis. Unlocked skill, vampiric touch. Ooh. One pestle, wands, robes. Okay. So he's got a load of stuff, but again, For the skills, we need more money. So we'll leave him. So we can now go see the murder site. I'm gonna find out what happened. Then we need to speak to Esmeralda, and maybe drop in on Mayor Cecile, because apparently he's here. What's that? Oh, that didn't count as stealing. 2 fire arrows. Fair enough. Where am I? Let's pop down this way. Hopefully find the crime scene. This guy.
1 coin or 2, noble spirit? 1 coin or 2?
Tell me about yourself.
Oh, I am a happy man, and certainly a humble one now. It turns out losing it all has its own share of benefits.
What do you mean?
A fool once was I, and ever seeking greater satisfaction than that which I already enjoyed. In my folly, I sought the counsel of those notorious Watcher statues on the western cliffs. Their guidance ruined any small fortune I might have had, but certainly granted me humility.
So the statues again, tell me more.
I'd heard they were not to be trusted, that they gave fools advice to the fools who sought them, but somehow I believed that I was the exception.
Now this, I think, is related to that guy that jumped off the cliff.
They told me that I would find fame and renown if I renounced my worldly possessions, all my worldly possessions, and became a great figure of piety and humility. Fire, the most thorough cleanser, was my method. But as my house burned in front of me, I felt no elevation, no piety, only the sudden weight of my own idiocy upon my very soul.
Well, Scarlett's a romantic kind person, so I think she'd want to give him some gold pieces.
May the soul of Astarte smile upon you, kind stranger.
No, he's just got 10 gold on him. And I'll leave. Oh, I can have a chat with Roderick again. He's probably going to tell me off for giving him money.
So, those statues told him he'd have to renounce his earthly possessions to become a spiritual leader, did they?
Yeah, and let's go down the romantic route for Scarlett. Does it make sense? How can you explore the spirit when you're busy keeping up with the Joneses?
Makes sense to me. How can you explore the spirit when you're busy keeping up with the Joneses?
But then Roderick is as pragmatic as ever.
And now he's begging to survive. Looks like everything went according to plan.
Oh, no, spiritual and materialistic. Ooh, what does that give us? So romantic, altruistic, righteous, renegade, blunt, compassionate, heartless, spiritual, which is immune to fear, whereas Roderick's now got Law Master, increased by 1 because he's materialistic. Nice, that's useful. What was that? That was critical chance. Heartless, 20% chance to bonus when backstabbing. Fair enough. So yeah, so we're getting all sorts of kind of little bonuses from our kind of choices in the game. And so we wanted to go to... Where did we want to go? We wanted to go and see the murder scene, didn't we? It should be this way, I think. Actually, what's this? This... Oh, that's Esmeralda's shop there. Which we do need to speak to her, but probably best if we check out the murder scene. Who are you guys? Claudius and Mauritius?
A source hunter will always receive a warm welcome at the town hall of Sicil. I'm sure Mayor Cecil is looking forward to making your acquaintance.
Okay, so Mayor Cecil's in here. He might have a thought on the current predicament. Are you Major? No, you're Charlene. You... Cecil. Hello.
What? Oh, it's you. Come closer then. Closer, huh? My ears aren't what they used to be. Nor my eyes, for that matter. Yes, hello, Source Hunter. Our city welcomes you.
Okay, what about the issues going on in Sicil?
What?
The issues going on.
In Sicil. Very difficult times indeed. As though the death of Jake, and by source magic no less, weren't enough. We're also facing all sorts of brutish intruders. The undead have overrun all but one northern trade route, while the orcs are making a habit of savaging our beaches. That's not to mention that at the top of this whole caboodle, there's rumors of some new religious sect or cult or some such sticking its tendrils into the innocent, seven-fearing folks of Scythium. And, while we're on the subject of troubles, I myself have a private matter I'd like to bring to your attention. It involves a magic relic I rather foolishly sought. A weapon called the Staff of Pergamon.
What's this about a staff?
What of what now? Oh, you're speaking gibberish. Ah, you mean the Staff of Pergamon?
Yes.
Yes. I was expecting a shipment of weapons, and among the cargo was this very powerful, very rare staff. I managed to place the order through means somewhat, atypical to a government official.
Okay.
Cecil proved an old fool, though. For the merchant slated to deliver it to me has just informed me that the damn thing has gone missing. I fear it may have fallen into the wrong hands, and I wonder if you could retrieve it for me.
Okay, who's the merchant?
His name is Conrad, captain of the Tide Splitter, a merchant ship still docked at the Sicil harbor. You can talk to him if you think it'd help, but I'd quite like to avoid getting the
Yep, I understand. I met Conrad. What do you know about the staff itself?
The staff itself contains a shard of an ore, highly valued for its use in the weapons of war. I know use of the material to be forbidden, but I was desperate to do something to aid the townsfolk against the undead.
Okay, fair enough. We'll look into that, but at the moment, what do you know about Jake's murder?
Jake? Murdered? Oh, yes. Yes, now I recall. Indeed. I could hardly believe it myself. The Council and I have certainly had our differences over the years, but old squabbles evaporate under such circumstances. Most of the townsfolk are certain Jake's wife Esmeralda is responsible. In fact, the Legion have taken her into protective custody to keep her safe from the mob. As you can imagine, I've known Esmeralda for years. That business between her and the Duke of Ferrol was always a bit, suggestive.
Okay.
But I've never had cause to suspect her of violence. Still, one never knows for sure.
The Duke of Ferrol?
An all-right bloke, apart from all this Esmeralda nonsense. The whole town knows the only goal of his business trips to Sicil is to spend a night or two at the King Crab Inn with Mrs. Counselor.
Right. Okay. Just quick check, see what you got. I think that's enough for now. Ooh. Any work?
No, all my clothes are in fine condition, thanks. I've been going to the same tailor for years.
What's this about a library? Did you mention a library?
That depends. What kind of berries are you in? Ah, the library. Yes, you must have a visit. It's the gem of Sicil. Would you like to have a look? I'll escort you upstairs myself.
Sure.
Marvelous. Follow me then.
Okay. Alright, so pop upstairs. Sorry, Charlene. Just get past you up the stairs.
Oh, yes. This library is the jewel in Sicil's crown. The beacon of culture and learning in our fair city. My Victoria has every volume you could possibly imagine, and she's got every speck of information about this place packed into her brilliant brain.
Right.
Yes. Victoria's come a long way from that little bundle of claws and teeth I adopted so long ago.
Excuse me?
Ah, it brings a tear to my eye just seeing her here among her beloved books. What? Oh, yes. I'll be on my way back downstairs now. Please introduce yourself. I know Victoria will be happy to make your acquaintance.
Okay, fair enough.
What nonsense.
Right, so that was the mayor, and we've got a Victoria who's got claws, an orc.
Esmeralda does have a propensity for all things naughty, doesn't she?
And there's another guy over there that looks like a mage, so we'll probably leave it here now because it's been a long time. And when we come back, we'll talk to Victoria, talk to that mage, and then finally make it over to the crime scene. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you again next time. Bye bye.